So like, Melly, when he hit him 2 times, boom, boom. And that's when I popped off on him. Popped off on YoungBoy. And then his niggas came after me. So then YoungBoy tried to jump, come hit my ass too, and Melly caught his ass, boom.
Don't ever try to come for me.
As it turns out, we got some news about the incident that happened some time ago between NBA YoungBoy, YNW Melly, Quando Rondo, and many other people. Yup, YoungBoy reached out to the public about what took place, and it just came in a bit late, and not the way that one would expect it. But we're no strangers to finding out about what actually happened later on, when the majority of people forgot it even happened. That's the way it is sometimes with information. It just takes its time. However, real stuff doesn't stay hidden for too long. There was a serious altercation between YoungBoy and Melly inside the building of Atlanta Records, and punches were thrown left and right. Now, surely you've heard about this way back when everybody was talking about it in 2018. Now, the fight that happened wasn't only between the two, there were other members involved as well, some of which we don't even know by name. They were probably members of YB's crew. Also, to be completely 100 with y'all, we can't guarantee that the fight took place in the exact way we think it did, since not only did the altercation take place back in 2018, but also because we've only got YNW Sack Chaser on video talking about it and no one else to confirm it. But it most definitely did happen. There are plenty of witnesses in real life who made it clear. Even though there is no other source than Sack, let's just go through what happened and see where we end up and what NBA has to say about all of it. For those of you who don't know, YNW Melly was in a fight alongside the same guys that he got accused of having murdered in October 2018, even though he was only taken into custody in February 2019. Yeah, we're talking about YNW Sack Chaser and YNW Juvie. But before we open that can of worms, let's hear what Sack had to say about that day. So Sack Chaser's story goes something like this. He and his boy Juvie came to the Atlantic building together, where they saw YoungBoy. According to Sack, YB was most likely faded, but for sure with an attitude. He looked like he was upset and not in the mood for talking. It's like he knew what was coming. In order to check the situation out, Sack and Juvie asked YB if he was straight. YB, being pissed, looked back at him and asked if they were straight. But this wasn't where it gets messy. They entered the record label building, and that's where the incident took place. That's where they met YNW Melly, the third member of the YNW crew who was there. According to the Sack, NBA YoungBoy was the one who started the brawl by punching Melly. Sack says,
"All that, man, I'm finna just pop off." So then he popped off, he hit Melly, boom. And they started boom, 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 boom. Melly hit on the ground.
Little after that, a couple of YoungBoy's homies got involved, and they started hitting Melly too. Sack Chaser got involved because he was attacked by one of the guys there, and Quando Rondo may have just been at the wrong place at the wrong time. Wouldn't be the first time for him. It was the trio of YNW versus YoungBoy and his clique. Was it a fair fight at all? One fan on YT commented with this: "YB popped the shit out of Melly, laughed my ass off." Sack did not want to say that, laughed my ass off. Melly got him back at the end. But this may have been a fan-biased comment. Some Redditors were discussing what took place that day, and one comment writes, "The YB fans in the comment making it seem like Melly got beat up. It was just a regular fight. No one got beat up. Listen to what Sack said. A fair fight or not, it was one heck of a showdown. A lot of people got hit, and there was obviously no winners in that one. But what caused the altercation between Melly's and YoungBoy's gangs in the first place? Well, we didn't see any direct problems between Melly and YB, but it's a well-known fact that Melly is on good terms with Fredo Banks, someone who has a troubled history with YB. Not only Fredo, but his whole crew. TBG, Top Boy Gorilla. TBG has been beefing with NBA, Never Broke Again, for some time now. The beef started when G-Money slept with YoungBoy's sister. At the time when the beef between G-Money and YB started, Fredo was in prison. However, just a week before he got out, his homie G-Money passed. Soon after that, Fredo continued the beef. He allegedly sent some of his squad members to take out YB while he was performing at a festival in Miami. A tragedy occurred when an innocent bystander was hit. YB's girl K. Marie was injured. This was perhaps the reason why the altercation between YB and TBG-friendly YNW Melly took place. Maybe YB felt something weird once he walked inside the Atlantic Records building and saw Melly there too. Now, what happened just a couple months after the altercation? Melly gets charged in February 2019. Two guys get shot and passed in what seemed like a drive-by. Who were they? None other than YNW Juvie and YNW Sack Chaser, Melly's longtime friends and people with whom he made music regularly. The cops suspected it was a staged event. They believe Melly and his crew member YNW Bortland weren't involved in the drive-by that allegedly happened. Bortland just drove Juvie and Sack Chaser to the Miramar Memorial Hospital in order to make it look like they just got out of a drive-by, but there wasn't no drive-by to begin with. After some examination of the scene, the forensic team came to the conclusion that there were no third parties involved. They think Melly and Bortland were the ones who did it and framed the whole thing. And even though Melly turned himself in over some other crime he committed, the Broward County Jail decided to keep him inside until they cleared him on the other suspicions that they had. He's been in jail ever since. He reached out to his fans and to the public a couple of times via social media. He told us all that we'd be seeing him as soon as this year. Here's the tweet. It's about that time y'all can uncross y'all nuts. I'll be home this year. How did the people react to this? Well, we can only say that the opinion is very split. Some want to see him rot, and others can't wait to hear his music again. One of his fans said, "All you Melly haters talking all that, now my boy free." While others showed a lot of concern because of what is to come. One girl posted this, "I know y'all ain't excited to have a killer back on the streets. There's a lot of confusion in the media and on the internet about what's really going on. But there's something more to be said about why Melly may have set up Sack and Juvie. Also, we gotta share what YoungBoy had to say about the incident that he was the most important part of. The lesser known fact about Melly's reasons is this. Sack Chaser threatened someone from Melly's family, most likely his mom. For those of you who don't know, Melly is as close to his mom as he is with anyone. She is his life and he puts her on God."
Text messages from Sack Chaser threatening all her friends and all these people like he's about this life. But I'm saying, like, who the f you ever robbed? Who the f you ever shot at? What the f you ever did? Down, and don't ever come for me because my credentials is real. It ain't even a joke. So don't ever try to come for me. In the day, Melly is my child. And he is gonna be great.
This video shows Melly's mom talking about how Sack threatened people, her friends, told her about he's about that life and that guns ain't nothing new to him. That sounds like a strong reason now, doesn't it? Not only to us, but to the court as well. This was part of the evidence used against Melly at court. This was used on his case, Worst Mom on the Planet. But was this family love, or was it a stupid mistake? Did his mom just doom him by coming out to the open and saying this? People definitely agree. One comment on YT says, "There's the motive, I love Melly. I'm a massive fan, but his mom has just got him convicted." We see where his mom is coming from, but there were plenty of other ways she could have stated her opinion on the matter. The least she could do was wait until the dust settled with her son's case. However, that's just half of the story. It wasn't completely clear to whom she was telling the message to. Some say she wanted Melly's stepdad to back off. That is certainly why she says it in the video.
Talented because his mom, not because your little ass retarded ass.
Whoever the recipient was, what good will it do if the world knows what Sack Chaser sent threats to anybody during Melly's case? Why speak about it if there's even a slight chance someone might use that against her and her beloved boy goes behind bars for life? She should definitely have kept her mouth closed. But speaking of comments, YoungBoy had something to say about Melly getting punched back in 2018 by him. We have one source that says a little something that not everyone noticed. After seeing the brawl video, a guy posted a comment saying, "I lost a fight before too, it's life, he'll get me next time. Kentrell." Yeah, right, no way YB actually said that. It could be any random person on the internet with a keyboard. But wait a minute, who is Chris James though? YoungBoy dropped this song called See Me Now, and guess who recorded, mixed, and mastered the tape? Yup, Chris James. So does that mean it's not just a random person telling stories over the internet? It's someone actually close to YB, and that makes a difference. Whatever the case may be, it's still better to keep it at the level of a brawl. People are tired of seeing rappers leave so soon without good reason whatsoever. One guy on YT had the right idea with this one. This back when people used to actually fight, now people just shoot. Regardless of what NBA YoungBoy had to say about the scuffle between his crew and Melly's, two things are for sure. Two young rappers are not with us anymore, and Melly is still waiting for his sentence. Even though he pled not guilty, we're still waiting to see what his fate gonna be in the eyes of the jury. But what do y'all think is the real reason Melly and NBA got into a fight? Leave your comments down below. And if you like this video, make sure to check this next out too. And remember to always keep it RIZZLE.